Okay.
Wait, but the real question was, can I curse?
Yeah, it's totally fine. You can do whatever you want.
Alright.
Okay, so my name's China Kuprian, and...
I live with you.
Yeah, so we live together. And this is Joe McNulty, and I'm interviewing him for my arts writing class. So, you play guitar. Do you play any other instruments?
I play guitar, and I play, I'm classically trained for the saxophone. So I play like pretty much all the saxophones. And I play some drums and bass, and I play some harmonica.
How did you get your first guitar?
Oh jeez, I don't know.
Yes, you do. Didn't you like find it?
No,
and
I'm
fix
trying
it
to
up?
think. I'm trying to think of how I got my first guitar. I probably got my very first guitar from my brother. I think he gave me a beginner's guitar because he used to play, and like he was kind of the reason that I started to play. And I got my first acoustic for Christmas when I was younger, and then I found my current guitar in the garbage and fixed it up. So.
That's really cool. Do you remember the first time you played in public?
I don't know. I used to play a lot because I used to play sax, so I would play like I was playing pretty much like I don't know. I would play with my ensembles and stuff all the time. The first thing I did outside of school, I don't really know. I think I did this thing with a couple of my friends where we just did really stupid like quartet stuff, like instrumental, like we did some like stupid like the Cantina Band song from Star Wars, you know that song?
No.
Like
where, at a bar?
No, like we did it for like a benefit or something. But like when I started really performing, like probably the first thing that I did was well, I played in a free jazz group, and we were all kind of wild, and we just like we'd like play where we could, and like we were kind of just stupid and wild, and we would try to just like alienate ourselves as much as possible. Like I remember I would just like put an electric guitar on the ground, and like I would put it through like distortion and a loop pedal and stuff, and it would just feed back, and then we would try to play free jazz over it. It was just ridiculous.
Would you rather play by yourself or with other people?
I'd rather, I don't know. There's like positives to both of it. There's nothing like playing in a band though, so probably playing in a band.
That's cool. What's like the best situation for an open mic? Like if you go play open mic, like what's your ideal like situation?
My ideal situation is that everybody's just wasted and wants to dance. That's the ideal situation, because that's the most fun. When people dance or just scream shit at you.
How do you introduce yourself? Like, do you have like a stage name, or you just call yourself Joe, or did you say your last name?
Or I put out music, like I have some things out, and I just go by Joseph McNulty, which is my full name.
That's
but
cool.
When I play like out places, I'll just be like, hey, I'm Joe.
Yeah.
So.
Especially like around here.
Yeah. Especially around here, there's no need for all that.
Well, you never know.
Extra nonsense. Unless like I'm playing like a legitimate show, which.
Well, you write your own music too, right?
Mhm.
Do you do you write down all the lyrics out and then like save it, you know, so it's like kind of like copyrighted, I guess I'm trying to say.
I write everything out with all the chords and everything, like on little pieces of paper, but I don't know. I don't know if it's is that considered copyrighted if you just write it out?
I think if you put I don't know. I think if you put a date on it and you put like a little C with a circle and sign it, I think so.
Well, maybe I'll have to do that.
I don't know.
I don't know. I have them all written down. I just have never. I don't know.
That's really cool though. Is it like easy to work in like the topic of being a musician when you're like talking to girls?
No.
Why not? You should like try, you know?
Hey, I'm Joe. I play guitar.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Like, you have to like work that in there.
Nah.
You need to practice that.
If like over time, like after I talk to them for like a little while, maybe. But.
Well, isn't that kind of like the, I don't know, like the assumed thing? Everybody thinks like you must be like good at talking to people because you're a musician. I feel like that's like the stereotype.
I think that's a terrible stereotype. I think it's an awful stereotype. I think I don't know. Yeah, it's just, it's very hard to throw it in there.
Who would you most like to play with? Like, is there anybody that you or do you just like to like watch other performers or like listen?
I would love to see Neil Young before he dies, or before his tickets like go from being like $100 to like $300.
I feel like that's already happening.
But I would love to sit down with Neil Young and talk to him about music and stuff.
Well, you're a creative writing major, so how does that help your songwriting? Does it?
I don't know. I think like, I don't know. Maybe a little bit just from reading and stuff and getting ideas about like what's redundant, like what's. But I feel like there's such a separation between the music I write and my actual, not like my fiction writing, but like all the poetry and stuff that I write. I think there's a big separation. I don't really know if it, I mean, I think it helps out somewhat, but I don't know what the actual effect is, which is bad. But the reason that I really did creative writing was because like I focused on music for so long, for like pretty much the whole first part of my life. All I did was like play music and run. So now that I'm in college, I figured I'd try to better my writing. I don't know.
Yeah, it's all creative, so it's like you're still using that part of your brain. And
yeah, everything that you do helps. Everything that I make kind of makes its way into one another at some point, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like you learn a lot in college, like that you don't even realize, until one day you'll just be like thinking about it or having a conversation, and you're all of a sudden you're like, oh man, I learned a lot of shit.
Yeah, it just clicks at some point.
But you have stuff on YouTube, right?
On YouTube?
Or like you have your music out there,
nothing,
videos and stuff.
Yeah, well, nothing on like YouTube or anything, but I have a SoundCloud, which is like really a good way to share music now.
I don't know what that is.
It's like a website where you can just upload like tracks and people can Is she crying?
That's not in the video.
Sarah, what are you crying about, silly?
I think she hurt her foot or something.
Did you hurt yourself? What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm gonna check her
now
foot.
she's just wagging her tail. I don't know.
Anyway, we're almost done.
But yeah, I think I was SoundCloud is cool. Bandcamp is cool too. Bandcamp is like a place where you can put up a full album and you put it up as a wave and like people can download the album as any form that they want, which is cool. So I have an album up on that, and I've had a couple things released. And other than that, I just have like a SoundCloud website, like a kind of a website, not really.
Is it free, or do people have to pay for like to download your stuff?
Oh, it's totally free.
I feel like
it can be paid. You can make them pay for it. It's not worth it. Like people aren't gonna buy it.
Well, so how does that work? Like if you get enough followers or like enough people that have enough hits or whatever, then you can start paying, like charging.
No, you can charge right away, but I just chose not to because I feel like it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know. It's better to just have it get out there than to make people pay for it.
Do you think your music is aimed at like a specific audience or?
I don't know. I don't really know. I don't think so. I think it's just, whoever gets it gets it, It's not really like trying to pick any type of person out or any type of audience. I don't know, it kind of just is hopefully, I don't know, hopefully everybody gets something out of it, if it's bad or good,
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. How do you see yourself performing, like, I don't know, like 20 years from now?
Eating ice cream and drinking tea.
Just still like.
How do I see myself performing?
Yeah. Did you still like, play guitar? Do you want to learn how to do some
For sure.
stuff, or like?
Yeah.
Play on a boat.
Play on a
Play
boat.
on the water.
Well, I don't know. Hopefully, just like 20 years from now, hopefully I can just have some sort of I don't want to say following, because that sounds so weird, you know. I don't know. Hopefully, just have some sort of.
Like just to be appreciated. I feel like.
Yeah, I mean, all I really need is like someone to be like, oh yeah, that's pretty good. You know, that's always nice to hear. Which, I mean, even in like writing and stuff, you know, it's all about like your audience. And if the audience doesn't like it, then there's no point. So
I feel
hopefully,
like that's not true.
No, but I think it is, like, because especially like when you're writing, like I mean, like, yeah, it's for yourself, but like if it's not gonna be going to someone, you know what I mean? Like if it's not gonna be accessible to someone, like I feel like there's hardly a point. Like I went through like I went through like some really weird phases. Like I was saying, like I would play with those free jazz, like my two buddies. They were like phenomenal musicians. They were crazy. They went to Juilliard, and like now they're at just conservatories. Just like one of them's already like playing like off-Broadway shows and stuff with his trombone, and one of them's like they're 19 or 20, and one of them's gonna be like he's like getting invited to like random like tuba festivals like around the world. Like he went to like Germany or some shit, and like they're just crazy. And we would go on stage, and I remember we went to Scarsdale once for this benefit, and we literally, I think we got kicked off in like 15 minutes. It was bad. It was awful. I mean, it was fun at the time, but like looking back on it, we could have done something that people would have like really appreciated. And there was like maybe 2 people